Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I hope all of you are fine and studying at home, and I hope that the exam monthly tests that you are having nowadays are going well and you are doing your best in your tests. And I hope that you are giving enough time to your studies so that you can prepare very good and you can score well and you can go to your next class with very good and remarkable marks. So last time I think yes we had our test in our last class. Okay, and most of the students have done good, some are average, but a few are there who did not do that much good that I was expecting. So inshallah, I hope that you will be able to have good marks, inshallah. So today we have to accomplish this chapter as well because in this week we are supposed to start chapter number 9, the next chapter, which is about the dreamweaver. So we have to accomplish this chapter. We have to see this chapter regarding question and answers as well, and I am going to give you its question and answers in your Google Classroom. Last time we had applied all these options, you know very well about these all things, what we were actually going through. So in our last class, we had already explored different types of tools available and we applied these all tools. If you go to the Adobe Photoshop, but basically, it depends on your working, how much you are serious with the studies. And basically, this is not a normal study. This study is basically a practical based study. And the more you will take interest, the more you will be able to produce good output. So Adobe Photoshop is not a simple software. It is not like Corel Draw, or it is not like simple editing, photo editing software. No, it has a number of good features with it. A number of good features are there that you can apply. So what happens that when you go to the Adobe Photoshop, normally a normal student who is doing without any guidance is unable to understand the tools what we should do, because most of the tools are not working. When you take a new file, some tools are there which give you error message because you are not applying the tools in a proper way. So we have learned all these tools: the selection tool, the marquee tools, rectangular, elliptical marquee tool, single row, single column. Then we applied the lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, magnetic lasso tool. Cropping we had applied. Cropping means if you want to crop some area of the picture and you want to leave area, the remaining area. Quick selection tool and similarly magic wand tool. Slice tool is there. We had not applied, I think, slice tool, or we had applied, yes, to break the object. So slice tool is used. We had also gone through the spot healing, healing brush. Okay, these all tools we had applied. Brush tool, pencil tool, we had applied these tools as well. Clone stamp, pattern stamp, eraser, all three types of the erasers we had applied. Eraser tool, background eraser, magic eraser. Okay, gradient tool, pen bucket tool. Gradient and pen bucket we had applied, and we had seen that how gradient works. If you have got some object, so you can fill it with the gradient colors, and the gradient contains multiple colors with it, and you can apply multiple colors, multiple gradient colors by taking multiple options with it. So these all are the tools that we have gone through. How we can type the text, how we can apply even blending options. Even some things are there that that were extra, and I explained you those all things because you should go through these all things and you should know how to add layers and how to do multiple types of layers in your graphic and keep different objects separate with each other, how to rename the layers, how to delete one layer, how to add new layer. This whole procedure we have already gone through and we have come to know. All the students will keep the cameras closed. Keep your cameras closed kindly. Okay. Then how we can select the layers and how we can delete the layers, how we can rename all these layers. Changing layer orders. We can change the layers up and down by dragging them from one position to another position. So these all are the things that we have gone through. Okay, so blending options, the layer effects, some things are left that I'm going to cover so that this chapter should be then completed. Working with text, we have already applied these all things to the text as well. Basically, this chapter is that much lengthy and having a number of a long text as well. And keep in mind that this chapter is basically practical as well because I have given you on each step. I did not give you just simple by reading that this is the tool and what is this is the purpose of this tool. No, I also explained you that what is the purpose of the this tool and how it will be applied. Mars, you want to ask something? Yes,
Yes,
Mars.
sir. Can you show us our marks of test?
No, still not. When it will be announced, then you will be able to know the marks. Okay. Okay. So keep in mind that whenever we are applying any software like Adobe Photoshop, which is entirely practical in nature, so we are much concerned about hands-on practice. If you don't have hands-on practice with it, you will not be able to do any good thing in it. You won't be able to make any good. And keep in mind, note down this point today that if you are good at Adobe Photoshop, it will serve you a lot in your near future. Why? Because you will go to the higher grades. When you will go to the higher grades, over there you will see that you have to prepare some kind of brochure, some kind of pamphlet, some kind of graphic image, some advertisement that you want to make, some web banner or website banner that you want to make, visiting card, designing some visiting card, some other social media post that you want to design in a good way. So how you are going to use that post? Basically, you are going to use the Adobe Photoshop software to give better quality graphics to your work. So now let me explain you the some things more about the layers as well. I had explained you one background layer is there. Just like we take one image as a background and then we can apply renaming the background layer, how we can rename the background layer, creating new layers. If you go over there and you double click on the gray area, you know very well that you can add any image. Just like if I take one image, so this image will become the background image. Okay, this is by default its name is, what is the name of this image? This name image is background image. I can give any name to it by right clicking, double clicking, and I can rename it. But if I add some more layers, the add button option is there and I can add multiple layers. On these layers I can have different type of things. How can I delete one layer? I can right click on it and I can delete it. The layer will be deleted. Okay. So in this way we can have multiple layers and we have seen all these things by applying these all options. Now creating new layer is quite simple. Selecting layers. How we can select the layers? Changing order of the layers, how we can change the order of the layer. Just like if it is there layer 1, I can change, I can bring it up. So in this way we can change the order of the layer as well, depending on our requirement. We can change the layers orders. Renaming the layer is quite simple. You can double click and you can go to the layer properties, and from there you can rename the layer. Just like if you want to rename one layer, you will go to the, for example, this is layer 3, double click on it, click on it, and then right over here, just like I'm saying, I want to draw one rectangle over here, so I'm giving the name of the rectangle. I want to draw some circle, so I'm giving the name of the circle over here. In this way you're going to rename the layers. You can delete the layer as well. Now this next option is flatten layers. Flattening reduces the file size by merging all visible layers into background. By remaining transparent areas are filled white. To flatten the layers, make sure that all the layers are visible, and then select layer, and then flatten layer. Flatten layer is basically the option to reduce the file size by merging multiple layers. So we can apply this option by merging multiple layers using this option. I had already also explained you this option as well. This is the flatten image. So in this way we can flatten the multiple layers into single layer. How? First select all the layers. The layers will not be selected in this way. Press Ctrl button. Select all the layers, right click on it. Go to flatten image. Then the layers will be merged together. I had explained you how we can increase the opacity, just like if on this layer, if I am drawing one rectangle, let's suppose I am drawing one rectangle over here and I fill it with the blue color. Now with this object, if I am going to increase or decrease the opacity, opacity means transparency. You can see over here, how can I increase the transparency? So now you can see, across this rectangle, and this is showing you across the rectangle. So in this way, even if I want to merge all the layers, so how can I do this? How can right click and go to flatten image, and then you will be able to apply this. Control Z I have applied to it. Flatten layers means you are going to merge multiple layers in one layer. Layer effects. Layer effect is very good option. Photoshop provides a number of effects that you let quickly change the appearance of layers contents like shadow, glows, levels. The steps are given over here. Select the layer in the palette, click the layer style button on bottom of the layer palette and choose the effect from the list. Effect are there, similarly blending options are there. If I go to this rectangle, just like this is the rectangle, if I right click on it, you can see over here that when I right click on it, this is the option blending options. So using blending options, we can go to multiple types of effects available over here. So if I go to the blending option, you can see over here. Now see if I drop shadow, how much shadow is there that I want to drop. In which color you want to drop shadow? Let's suppose I say in red color. Can you see this? This red color shadow is there with it. It has been dropped because of this. This is the how much shadow should be spread. How much should be the size of the shadow. Can you see this now? So now you can see over here that shadow is also there with this object. Inner glow, outer glow. You can explore these all options. I take the inner glow in blue color and I want to increase the inner glow. You can see over here. Size of the glow. How much how much glow is required. Okay. You can change its color as well to green or something else. You will see the effect then. Outer glow. Outside how much you want to have the glow. You can do this in any color, multiple color or single color. And you can spread it as well. depending on your requirement. This is the outer glow we are applying. Multiple colors we are applying this outer glow. So these all are basically the effects that we can apply to our working. Similarly, if you come here and use, you can see that we can apply multiple options of the bevels and the emboss. Emboss option is also there. We can apply different ranges over here. So these all effects are there. Texture will be basically when you will apply it will fill it with that particular texture that you are going to apply. And it depends how much texture you have taken. Similarly, we can apply some outline to it. Overlay, gradient overlay. So using this technique, stroke means outline. If you want to give some outline, just like outline in red color I have taken. So I want to increase the thickness of the outline. I can change the thickness of the outline as well. So in this way, this can be applied to any other thing as well. It could be applied to any text. It could be applied to any other thing depending on your. Now you can see that. Can you see these effects? I have applied these effects to my rectangle. What are the effects? Drop shadow, inner shadow, outer glow. Anything that you don't like, you can delete. For example, I consider that outline is not looking good. I can right click and I can delete this outline or clear layer style. Now this complete is clear. Stroke, only stroke. So then stroke will be removed. Okay. In this way, stroke will be right click on it, go to the stroke and remove this corner, this tick mark and press OK. Now stroke have been removed. So these all effects are there that we have applied. So how we can apply these effects? Layer styles which are available in the blending options. And I had explained you can right click and you can go to these blending options. Okay. These are the blending options which are available to you and you can go and you can apply. Now, layer effects we have seen and different types of effects are there. You can go and you can check that what kind of effects are available over here. Drop shadow, all these options, but this is the thing that you need to explore all these options, just like drop shadow, inner glow, outer glow, bevels and emboss, color overlay, gradient overlay, pattern overlay, stroke. What are basically different options available in these all options? You have to explore these options. Now working with the text, we had applied the different types of text. How we can type the text, how we can move the text, this is quite simple. Just like you can see over here, if I go to this layer 1 and I write over here PSM, PSM I have typed over here, I can move it from one position to another depending on my requirement. I can, if I want to change the color, I can select this text, I can go to change the text color. Even I can right click on this PSM. I can go to the blending options and I can apply all these, features that we have recently seen. Or we can apply shadow to it. Or we can apply the shadow to the PSM. Can you see this? What kind of shadow is there? How much you want to spread this shadow? Drop shadow. Similarly, inner glow. So these all options that we have applied, outer glow. Spread the outer glow. What should be the size of the outer glow? So I am going to apply this glow. So in this way we can apply different blending options effects to the text as well. So this is the text on which I have applied these options. What is meant by wrapping text? Wrapping lets you distort text into a variety of shapes. For example, you can wrap text into shape of an arc or wave. The steps are given below. Select the type layer. Select the type tool in the tool panel. Click the create wrap text button in the option bar. And the wrap text dialog box appears. Select a style from the style down list in this case, as we have selected, as they have done some wrapping over here. And then you can apply the wrap text. You can also select the orientation, horizontal, vertical, band, horizontal distortion, vertical distortion, etc. etc. So, how we can do this thing? First, you need to type some text just like I take new layer. Whenever we type something, a new layer appears just like I'm writing over here. Complete. Sorry, I have taken I think vertical text. No, horizontal. I need horizontal. Pakistan School Muscat. Come on. Okay. Let me change its color to dark green or green. Anyway. So this is the color of the text that I have taken. Let me delete the rectangle. Right now we are not doing anything with the rectangle. I can make it invisible as well. By clicking on this eye, you can make the layer invisible in this way. Okay. So this is Pakistan School Muscat. This is the text. What I want to do with it, I want to apply wrap text option to it. But before going through this option, let me take the attendance. Okay. So over here, this is the text that we have got. Now, see the steps over here. Select the type layer. Select the type tool in the toolbox. Click the create wrap text button in the option bar. When you will select this and when you will click this tool, type tool, you will see that over here some different options are there. Just like this option is converting this text into horizontal or vertical. See over here. When I click on it and you can see over here, Pakistan School Muscat is converting to the top to bottom shape and left to right shape. These are the two shapes available over here. We can also apply the bold, italic, underline, all these options to our text. Okay, bold, italic. We can also apply these all options. We can change the design of the font as well, the font style. We can change the size of the text if you want to increase or decrease the size of the text. Some other options are also there: crisp, strong, and sharp. You can apply these options. You can change the color of the text that you have got in your working. Okay, so these all are the options which are available when we select a text, number one, and when we click this text option, Then these options appear at the top of the, below the menu and at the top of the Adobe Photoshop. Okay. Now over here you can see that click the create wrap text button in the option bar. Just like when I select it, I click on the text. This is the wrap text button. This is the wrap text button. You can click on it and you will see some different designs are there for wrapping the text. Arc design. The Pakistan School Muscat has been converted to an arc design. Let me show you this thing on a new file so that it should be very much clear to you. 5 by 7, 7 by 5 inches. I'm taking a new file. Just like this is the text. Okay, I click on the text window, I go to this option and I change the size to 36. Anyway, now this is I think clear because now it is a white screen. Now if I click the text button and I go to this wrap option, you can see different shapes, arc shape. So automatically it will be converted to an arc, horizontal or vertical arc. Horizontal is this, vertical is this. Definitely vertical is not looking good, horizontal is looking good. Now see, lower arc. Arc is there, but now it is a upside down arc, lower arc. You can see over here, up arc upper, okay, more bent arc, bulge, in which the middle characters are in large size and the characters which are given on the at the corners are in small size. So what you need to do, convert it into the wave. Now it is wave form. Even you can convert it to the horizontal and vertical, you will see the differences. And you know, when you are applying any option, just like you take arc, you can change in the bending option as well how much you want to bend the arc. It is complete round, it is less round, it is less round. Depending on your requirement, you can convert the arc in this shape. Horizontal distortion is basically how much thickness is there that you want to have. Vertical distortion is also there. So basically it depends on our requirement, how much we want to have. So you need to explore this option, but keep in mind when you will click on the text tool and then you will click on this option, wrap window, wrap text option, then you can have these all options. What you need to do, you have to explore all these options. Okay. Of course, I will not explain each and every one. You need to explore all these options. Now come to the using filters options. Filters are used to add a variety of special effects to an image. You can modify the image in the number of ways. For example, you can use the filters to change the look of your image by giving it the appearance of a mosaic for tiles by adding lighting or distortion. So how we can add a filter to our image? What is the option to add the filter option? For this purpose, you will have to go to the filter option. Follow the steps to apply filter to an entire layer. Make sure that the layer is active. To apply a filter to part of a layer, select the area. Select the area, choose a filter from the sub menus in the filter menu, fill values and select options in the dialog box. Click OK. Now let me take one example over here. Then you will be able to learn about it. Let me open one image. Okay, this is an image. I select some portion over here. This is the portion I have selected. I go to the filter option, and from this filter option we can apply, let's suppose, texture mosaic tiles. Now you can see that it has been, there is now, there are now some designs, designs available to it. So that particular image will be converted to that particular design that you are selecting. For example, I select this and I press OK. Then can you see that some grassy area has been converted? Some grassy area color is the same, the grass. Since I have applied to the background, so it is not moving. Why it is not moving? Because I have applied to the background. Otherwise, if I had taken some new layer and I had done this job on the new layer, I would be able to move this. So using this option, you can take any area, you can go to the filters, you can go to these styles available over here, okay, and it will be applied to a background image. Go to the filter, texture, mosaic tiles, or any other design you can take. Just like this is a design. Now you can see that these are also, uh, you know, clouds, but it is having a net-like image. Depends basically on your requirement. What is the thing that you want to do? What kind of activity is there that you want to do? So this way, in this way, we can apply filters. Multiple options are available in filters. You can go and you can explore all these options available in the filters. Filters are used to change the appearance of an image, layer, or a selection in the Photoshop. The filter gallery in Photoshop lets you apply filters incrementally and apply individual filters more than once. You can view thumbnail examples of what each filter does, just like we have seen over here. Just like whenever we are taking some area and we are going to the filters, texture, or any other sketch, photocopy. Now you can see that different thumbnails designs are giving to you, and they are showing you how it will look like, and you can select it from there. Okay, you can go and you can apply any of the option by going to the filter, sketch. Last time I had taken sketch, now I take render clouds. Now these are the rendered cloud has been applied to it. So in this way we can apply the filter and apply different options available in the filter gallery. There are multiple options. We should know what are those options which are available, and we can apply any of the option depending on our requirement. Follow these steps to apply filter from the filter gallery. To apply a filter to an entire layer, make sure that the layer is active or selected. To apply a filter to an area of a layer, select the area. Just like I had selected some area in the on the background layer, click a filter to add it to the image. The name of the filter appears in the applied filter list as at the lower right corner of the filter gallery. So I have also shown you the filter window and its preview, that how it looks like whenever you are choosing the filter option. Then after completing this chapter, you can see over here the retouching tools, clone, layer effects, wrap. These tools are given in the tricky terms. I had explained you this chapter with the practical demonstration to the best of my efforts to give you the practical knowledge. Writing question and answers is not a big deal. For example, if someone asks you what is meant by layer, you will say layer is basically the container of the object which contains any object that you draw in the Adobe Photoshop. But how the layer will work, how you can add layer, how you can add an object to that layer, this is the thing that you need to know. Question and answers are there up to only 8 class about these practical tools. But when you will go to the next levels, you have to apply these tools. You don't need to write the question and answers. You have to know the use of the particular tool, and you have to make a good project. Good project means whatever you are going to create, anything that you need to create. Let me show you some examples how you can differentiate images, and we can make different advertisement graphics, you know, graphics and advertisements. No, this is a simple picture. Okay, just like you, how you can make one good graphic in this way, by writing, by adding different logos and icons. So this is the major thing that we need to understand, that how we can apply some good options, you know. If you are making one advertisement, how you can make one advertisement with it. Okay, by typing text, by adding colors, how you can apply some different objects with it. So we need to know these all things. Go to the Google and find out. Social media ads designed in Photoshop, and click on the images. You will see a number of images. How these are designed, how they have designed these ads. They have designed, using which software? They have designed using Adobe Photoshop. So that is the thing that I want to teach you, that you should have that much knowledge that you can draw anything, any good thing with it. Okay. So I hope you will be able to apply these all options. I hope you will study at home. You will give due time to your studies. Thank you so much, all of you.